I mean, I made my own Linkin Park concerts, and I actually put some of those songs in there. I mean, I would like to see them hear them play Fire from, well, Dead by Sunrise, but they're not gonna. Let's see if I have the listings here. Here we go. So I have made my own concerts because I thought that would be fun. Just taking live songs, except for one song that was never played live. Everything else is actually played live. And I will put that... I actually think this one is outdated. Maybe this might actually be outdated. No, maybe it's not outdated. I don't know. I don't remember Friendly Fire being there. Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about that. That'll keep the people, that way I could talk a bit. So, this is set A that I have made. By the way, each of these are quote-unquote 30 songs. But I have a different way of numbering these fuckers. Like, instead of doing Mike solo and Joe solo separated, I put them together. Damn it, I had to scratch my nose, you stupid prick. So here we go. So starting off, I have Inception Intro A. By the way, they really need to fucking release Inception Intro B and C. Because I only have Inception Intro A. But each one is supposed to have a different intro, like the A, B, and C. But there are no B's and C's. Not on YouTube with good quality anyway. So I gave them all the A stuff, the Inception, Creation, and Resolution. The intro A's. But the B set and the C set would have the B and the C, obviously. So starting off, we have Inception Intro A that goes straight into Up From the Bottom. That is what I like to call Song 1. Song 2 is Burning in the Skies, a personal favorite of mine, but an underground song, kind of. It feels really underground, and also the live version that I have is from the iTunes one, I think it was, where they actually fucked up the intro. Then after that is From the Inside, once again, a personal favorite of mine. And then we have One Step Closer, Darker Than Blood with Burn It Down. I love that combination, and I will always have that one in there. Then we have A Line in the Sand, because I think that, look, I know people are like, oh, hunting party representation, and I'm like, yeah, but they only play the shit one? Because that is what I would think about Keys to the Kingdom. I really wish they would just play like Wasteland, Line in the Sand, or my favorite, Until It's Gone. We'll get there. He's the guy who will give you the Porygon later on. I lost to a kid with a net. Okay. But A Line in the Sand, like I said. Then we have the Creation Intro A and the Catalyst. Because of course, why wouldn't I? New Divide, but this one is actually the one from Moscow that I put in here. By the way, every song that Chester has sung live, I picked the Chester version and not the Emily version. Because you can fuck right off. I respect Emily, but she is not. I'm not picking an Emily song over a Chester song with like the Catalyst, for example. I'm not picking Emily and Mike, I'm picking Chester and Mike. But I used editing software in order to edit it together. And the one that the Catalyst version actually came from the iTunes Festival, because there Chester does the scream at the right time. After that we have, like I said, New Divide from Moscow with the Moscow intro. We then have Two-Faced, Lost in the Echo, Heavy is the Crown, Leave Out All the Rest. The one from the 2008 Project Revolution, I think that was actually what it was, a Road to Revolution actually. Crawling version, but that one has the Reanimation opening song in the opening. The way that Reanimation starts out, even though everyone says it's a crawling, the crawling version of that one, but it's not. No, let's go. Then we have a combination that I personally made myself. It doesn't sound the best, but it sounds good enough. It's just they were played with different sound qualities. That's what I mean. But we have Until It Breaks with Where'd You Go, and then also Waiting for the End. But it's just like Where'd You Go, I Miss You So. It seems like it's just like a 10-second intro or something like that. And then it goes straight into Waiting for the End. Then we have Lost with Breaking the Habit. Then, which I count as one song as well, because Lost is just the intro. Then we have What I've Done. Then we have the No, don't play that one! Oh, thank God you guys can't hear this shit. I don't think so. Anyway, let's see here. Back on the road again. Then we have like the Friendly Fire, but this one is from Emily. The problem is it is not the best quality. It is good enough quality. The problem is the fact that with these songs, they don't have like official versions. They just have like basically cam versions, as you could say. So I picked the best cam version that I could find and put it up there. Because I'm expecting Linkin Park to release an up from the bottom version. Officially on their page. So I'm waiting for that one. But yeah, then we have the Kintsugi transition with Overflow. After that, I put in My December. Then we have Roads Untraveled, which I only took the beginning part of Roads Untraveled. And I took the, let's see here. How did this go again? The Robot Boy, the Messenger, and Iridescent combo that they played at the Hollywood Bowl. I took that one, and instead of having Robot Boy at the beginning, I put Roads Untraveled at the beginning. And then it transitions into the Messenger and then the Iridescent. Then after that, we have this thing that I like to call Solo Extravaganza, which is basically Mike Solo. And Mike Solo is actually the When They Come For Me one that he plays like nowadays with like Remember the Name. And then it goes into like Hands Held High, which is something that he did in a solo once before. He did that in a solo before. I just don't like remember where he did that solo, but he did it in his solo once, and I found a footage of it online with actually good-ish quality. And the sound quality is a little bit off, but outside of that, it's good-ish quality. So it straight transitions into that. And then after that, we have Numb, obviously. Then after that, we have Until It's Gone with A Light That Never Comes. After that, we have In the End. And then we have Faint. And then we have the Encore set. That comes after that, which is Resolution Intro A with About You and also, what was the other song called? About You Over Again, that then transitions into a Linkin Park version of Paper Cut. And the Paper Cut I actually took from, by the way, the ending songs, like the Encore is always the same in all three sets. I didn't change anything about the Encore. But, the Paper Cut one actually comes from a Linkin Park one, where they played, the instrumental of Blackout, and then it transitions into like a shortened version of Paper Cut. I took that version of Paper Cut and put it after Over Again. The About You and Over Again solo, and then I put the Resolution intro at the beginning. And then we have Sharp Edges, because One More Light does deserve some representation. So I decided to go with Sharp Edges, because, well, the other song would be One More Light, but in a way, I'd never see Linkin Park play that ever again. That one is just too hurtful. So I chose the next best thing, which is Sharp Edges, which doesn't sound as poppy, and I thought it would really work. And then we have Final Masquerade, Good Things Go, and then we end it with Bleed It Out, that has the raps of Reading My Eyes in it as well. And, hey, Flash Cannon. And also has, I edited in Cut the Bridge from one of their live concerts, but I also edited in after Cut the Bridge is done, it because of the fact that the audio already changes, after Cut the Bridge, I put in the whole sing-along from Road to Revolution. I thought that would be funny to do. And that is set A. Basically, what I like to call a 30-song set. Even though there are potentially more than 30 songs, but they're all kind of like intros in that sense. Like Lost and Breaking the Habit. Lost is just the intro to Breaking the Habit. Alright, now let's talk about Set B. Set B is slightly different. We start off the Inception Intro A. Well, technically this would be Inception Intro B. With the Emptiness Machine. Then we go straight into Burning in the Skies. However, this time, instead of From the Inside, we have Somewhere I Belong. Then we have One Step Closer, Darken the Blood, and Burn It Down together. But then, we have Rebellion. Instead of A Line in the Sand. After that, we have Creation Intro B and The Catalyst, New Divide, Two-Faced. However, after that, actually, I think Two-Faced was moved up a spot. No, I was wrong. Okay. But anyway, after that we have Given Up. And then we have Lost in the Echo. And leave out all the rest. What was normally number 10 then? Heavy is the... Oh no, wait. Lost in the Echo was pushed to number 11. And Heavy is the Crown was pushed to number 10. And then Heavy in the Crown, it was replaced by Given Up. Then we have Leave Out All the Rest, the opening and crawling. We have Until It Breaks, Where'd You Go, Waiting for the End. But then I put in the full version of Lost. The live one that they played. Instead of going into Breaking the Habit. After that we have What I've Done. But then we have Over Each Other instead of Friendly Fire. We have the Overflow with the Kintsugi in transition. But then after that, instead of having My December, I put in Invisible. After that, we have the Castle of Glass Experience version that transitions into the live version that Mike Shinoda did of Kenji. And now I'm happy I did that because it pisses that one guy off. But that goes into Kenji. So basically we have the first part of the Waiting for the End. No, Castle of Glass, that was one. And then also goes into Kenji. Because I thought it was pretty cool. After that, we have the Solo Extravaganza and Numb, which are all the same. And then, instead of having Until It's Gone with a Light That Never Comes, I put in Casualty. After that, we have In the End, Faint, and everything else is the same as before. No! Go back down! Dang it, I hate using an analog stick. For that kind of movement. Man, that could have been prevented. Then we go to the C set. And the C set has Inception Intro C with Talking to Myself. Then we get Burning in the Skies. Like I said, that one is stable. But then we get Lying from You instead. Then we have One Step Closer. However, after that, because of the fact that the C intros are all Burn It Down. Burn It Down has actually been removed from this one, just like in the last set how Iridescent was removed. So instead, there is the Castle of Glass Experience version. However, this time I've changed it up a lot. Because I have Wisdom, Justice, and Love. The Wisdom, Justice, and Love version. But then also I extended it a little bit and put in the studio version of Chester's rapping from Sorry for Now, which I thought would be fun to do. And then it goes back into the experience version of Castle of Glass. But then the outro of that one is It's Going Down. I thought it would be fun to do that. After that we have Guilty All the Same instead of Rebellion or A Line in the Sand. One! And then we have Creation Intro C and the Castle of Glass. No, the Catalyst, sorry. The Catalyst. Fuck you, I'm doing this. Then New Divide, Two-Faced. However, after that, instead of Lost in the Echo, this time I put in My Remains, a sleeper hit from that album and a song that they actually played live. If they played I'll Be Gone or Powerless live, I would have chosen one of those two over it in My Remains. And I'll be right back because of the fact that I have to make me egg again. The egg has been, well, it's cooking. It hasn't been cooking. It is now cooking. Let the egg cook. Anyway, we were in My Remains. So after that, I took the, speaking of which, the Petrified Points of Authority, There They Go set. From, that's the song from the Road to Revolution, which I actually own. I took that and added it in because it's my favorite version of Points of Authority, but just because of how, you know, like, it adds some Fort Minor at the beginning and the beginning and the end. But yeah, after that, I put in Leave Out All the Rest, and then instead of crawling with the opening, I decided to put in something special. Special little song. Pushing Me Away from Live to Texas. Yes, the reanimation version of Pushing Me Away. I like that one. After that, we have, once again, Until It Breaks Where to Go, Waiting for the End. Lost with Breaking the Habit. What I've done. Friendly Fire apparently has returned. Oh, hey, that one is twice in. I didn't know Friendly Fire was in twice. Okay, cool. Anyway, then we have, obviously, the Overflow once again. But then, instead of either Invisible or My December, I decided to add in a little song, and they all give you away. Yes, the little things that give you away. That song. I decided to add that one in as well, because I love that song. I love the way that it is sung live at the at the Project Revolution thing. I love it. Where the fuck am I? Like, what floor? I feel like Joe Biden now. Where am I? Who are you people? How did you get in my house? But I like little things give you away. Then we have the return of the Roads Untraveled, the Messenger, and also Iridescent combination. And then the solo stuff, Numb. However, this time, I decided to add in a little bit more from the mic stuff with Crossing a Line. Instead of Casualty or whatever other song I had. Initially, I had Keys to the Kingdom here for a little bit. But I guess I just let that be there because of the fact that I really like the fact that they played it live. But I don't like the song. So I took it out and replaced it with Crossing a Line. Just to have a little bit more from Mike's solo stuff. And then we have In the End Faint, Resolution Intro C with About You Over Again, and Paper Cut, Sharp Edges, Final Masquerade, Good Things Go, and Bleed It Out with Reading My Eyes, Cut the Bridge, and the sing-along. And that's it! That is those are the 3 sets that I have. And I'm really happy, actually, with those sets. That did not take that long to get through. Silph Go, however. Still going. Someone else said, oh, this is Linkin Park Live. But he said, like, oh boy, Mike has rapped Fort Minor verses during Linkin Park show starting at the almost immediately at the first Linkin Park show after the original Fort Minor era. This has happened for ages. And again in 2015. This is nothing new. In fact, it would be odd if he didn't do Fort Minor verses. I know, which is why I decided to add them to my... I'm on floor 5. I'm on floor 5! No! I thought it was so close to being done. Wait, no, I'm not on floor 5. I'm on floor 7. Yes, I am. I'm on floor 7. Guess this guy also has a magneton. But I like doing that. I even did that with Bring Me the Horizon, but I don't know if I can find that one. The concert. I only made one concert for them, though. Here we go, I think. Here we go. Maybe here. Yes. Alright, so I decided to basically take one concert from them because they actually had a pretty good concert in 2024. So this is basically the set list. Most of the stuff comes from that set list, except for the songs that I will highlight myself. So it starts off with Dark Side, then goes into Empire, Let Them Sing. Then we have Mantra and Teardrops and Amen and Kool-Aid. That goes straight into Shadow Moses. And then I kind of took the next two songs, like the Shadow Moses and the song after that, and pushed them a little bit further apart. So I could slide in Limousine, the video that they released featuring the woman, Aurora. There you go, that's the one. Then after that we have Obey, Top 10 Statues That Cried Blood, Kingslayer, Parasite Eve, and then afterwards they played the Anfist. I don't really like that one. Alright, now we're done. But I instead decided to take the Deathcore medley that they made and slot that in there. And the Deathcore medley is the Calm Down. That's what it's first. The Calm Down, Medusa, Diamonds Aren't Forever, and Ari, They Have No Reflections. Those songs combined into a medley. And then after that, I slotted in It Never Ends. And then we go back to the concert with Drown. And then I split, once again, pushed some songs to the side. I didn't remove anything. I just took the rest of the set and just pushed it to the side. Because I wanted to slot in another song from... what was it called? Ammo! From Ammo. However, there is a song that they love and I don't like. However, they played it together with a song that I do like at the beginning. So they have One Day, The Only Butterflies Left in Your Chest. Let's see here. One day, the only butterflies will be in your chest as you march towards your death. One day, the only butterflies left will be in your chest as you march towards your death. That's the one. With Nihilist Blues. And that is also featuring Spirit Box. Then after that, obviously, I just let the rest of the concert play out. Whereas Can You Feel My Heart? We have Overtune with Doomed, and then I guess the encore, I guess, but it's not really an encore, is Lost. And then finally, Throne. A 20-song set. I thought that would be fun. I even did it with Starset. However, Starset doesn't have really any live songs. So I just picked studio versions. That's not the one. Wrong one. There we go. So we have First Light together with Unbecoming. Then we have Carnivore, Manifest, Gravity of You. By the way, this is a 25-song set. But Gravity of You, Dark Things, Frequency, Dystopia, Trials, the reimagined version, Ricochet, Telekinetic, Toxic, Perfect Machine, Waiting on the Sky to Change, featuring Breaking Benjamin, De-Evolution, Fault Line, Brave New World, Monster, Otherworldly, Degenerate, Echo, Halo, Earthrise, My Demons, and finally, a song that I fucking love. It is the best way that they've ever ended an album. Everglow. That's the set. Which actually isn't necessarily that super long of a set, these 25 songs. It's a little bit longer than normal, you know? But it would basically be a set of like an hour and 47 minutes and 12 seconds. So maybe like a 2-hour set. Let's say that. It's like a 2-hour set. Because Starset also likes to do some videos during their concerts. So let's say it's about a 2-hour set. And that's it. And now I'm officially out of things to say. But I like doing these live stuff. Because I listen to them on my phone when I'm walking the dog. I even have like a whole thing for Linkin Park. All of the live songs that they've ever played live, at least a version of it. Except for like Cut the Bridge and Up From the Bottom. But Cut the Bridge is together with Bleed It Out, obviously. But I came to about 100 different songs. However, that is also including not Fort Minor. I didn't choose any Fort Minor songs that were not combined with Linkin Park songs. However, I did put in the songs that Mike made on his own. Those live versions. That being IOU, for example, or Hold It Together, or A Place to Start, or Watching As I Fall, or even that set before Paper Cut. Make It Up As I Go, all that stuff. But I came up to about 100 songs. This is how low the bar is right now for me to talk. Hyper Beam! Fuck, that still didn't even kill. You suck. Porygon shit, though. I will take to the sky! Because why not? Are we almost done with Silph? Go. Because that's the goal. This seems to be the last trainer on this floor. If I have fought the first Team Rocket Grunt. Which I don't know. I fought the second one because I remember the Persian. Which floor am I on now? Floor 8. And then after this, I will heal. And then once I'm done with all these fucking floors. Kinda need to heal right now. Dang it, I was hoping that was a healing machine. Healing mission. Oh, there's also a new Mission Impossible movie coming out. Or has already come out for you guys because it's fucking October. But for me, it's May. I haven't seen the last one, though. I don't know where the fuck I can watch all the Mission Impossible movies. Maybe one day those are going to be videos as well. And yes, I have beaten the Team Rocket Grunt. So next floor.